Hate to bring the mood down here, folks, but it is what it is. Show the picture. Go ahead, Dan. Look at this. This is another ship, a Greek-owned cargo ship. You guessed it, hijacked today off the coast of Somalia. The crew is on board. The pirates are on board. We need to talk about this problem, and this is the man to talk to, Congressman Joe Sestak, retired Admiral Joseph Sestak, United States Navy. Welcome, sir.
Glad to be here, Rick. Thanks.
All right, direct question. Piracy off Somalia. This isn't new. It was a problem when you were serving. Why can't the most powerful Navy in the world protect ships from disorganized, crazy fishermen with ragtag weapons and little wooden boats?
That's my question, Rick. Rick, we have upwards of 300 warships. Presently, we have 4 off the coast of Somalia. This has been a problem that has been building. If the most powerful Navy in the world is unable to move its assets off the coast of Somalia into the Gulf of Aden, and then to begin to procure the types of unmanned air vehicles that can fly for 24 hours, see down, and see thousands of square miles in order to help interdict those pirates that come out, one has to begin to question, what can our Navy do? This is truly a mal-deployment of our Navy and not the right procurement of the assets like littoral combat ships, small ships, more on-air vehicles to prevent this.
That's interesting you would say that. By the way, I understand we got some new pictures now of the lifeboat that we've been talking about for the longest time. And wasn't that sensational what those guys did in the Navy SEALs? I mean, they actually shot these guys who had, 2 of them looked up through a hatch, and the other one they shot through a window. That's amazing. There's the shot that we got now that we weren't able to show you yesterday of the vessel after the incident had occurred. By the way, I want to ask you this. Can we blockade this place? Can we just put a naval blockade around Somalia to keep those SOBs in their own turf there?
We've done blockades in the past off of Cuba, if you remember, in the early 60s.
Yeah.
We have this capability. This is going to take an international effort, but I strongly believe, Rick, much like too long we pointed at NATO and said, look, help us in Afghanistan, until recently we took the lead once again. That's what we've got to do off this coast.
Well, why not? Why if we spend $1 trillion to take out Saddam Hussein, which was a bad guy, but arguably no worse than a lot of other bad guys all over the world, why can't we spend this kind of money to take care of these guys who really are creating a bit of a mess over there?
There is a hard change in the culture of any military service or any organization to change to address new threats. These are transnational threats, piracy, or now, as you know, off the west coast of Colombia, they have captured upwards of 30 submersible submarines that are taking drugs up off the coast of Mexico. These are types of challenges that challenge us, the U.S. Navy, on strategic water approaches to America. If this change to a transformative Navy able to address these challenges that are different at sea isn't made, it will begin to harm the primacy of the United States Navy. Can we deal with a regional Navy? Absolutely. But what threatens our commerce, where 99% of the volume of all commerce goes across seas and it goes to the lifeblood of our economy, is the piracy issue. We've got to address this, no matter the assets needed.
Congressman Joe Sestak, you know what? You make a good argument. I want to hear that pitch in Congress. Maybe you can get some of your peers to buy into it.
Thanks, Rick.
I appreciate it. Thanks for being on.